So guys, welcome to our part A of week number 9 advanced class. Today on our curriculum it says bottom of the guard. Sometimes we have as options we can work sweeps, submissions, and what happens if during our action the person in front is able to catch our time and look for a submission. If we don't pay too much attention, especially if the person in front, example, the close guard is standing up to open our guard and the guard is open, he might gonna catch one of our foot and work an ankle lock. So let's start focusing just on the ankle lock, as the majority of us cannot yet work knee bars or toe holds, okay? So ankle lock is the position that everyone since the white belt can apply. And there are different ways we can defend the ankle lock. In the past, we have worked how to, instead of fighting the grips and the position from the bottom, how we could arrive into the top position. But let's start, as in advanced class today, let's start focusing on something different, okay? So, the position we start like this. Already in a ankle lock trap, just like this. So, person on the bottom is already isolating the leg, having one leg underneath my leg, to create a bridge underneath my knee and foot on the hip. So this is a very good position for him because whenever he plays the foot, I cannot easily move up. Now, for rules, just remember, if you guys are the one like Coach Olsen, you cannot pass it off my hip bone, okay? So if you guys are passing right here, this is ripping. You cannot do that. Even black belts, under the uniform competition, they can. Only no gi. So here is what you want. Toes on the outside, heel on my hip bone. You guys squeeze the knees to isolate. The goal is like whenever you guys are working a guillotine, the more the space is closed, the more pressure I receive on the foot. So once you guys are arriving into this position, number one, if the actions are from stand, like the person in front will stand up, you guys were on your back, don't just wait here. Here is too long, it's too late to defend, especially if you start to turn and give the angle. Right? So here is very hard to defend. So once if the action starts and he's gonna move on his butt, stand up automatically. A submission for him is good whenever he's able to stretch his back, yes, and hyperextending my foot. So automatically, even without knowing yet what you can do, cross the grip and pull. The more the person's body is close to me, the best it is. So whenever he starts to lean back, Coach Austin, I can hold, obviously not for long, okay? This is like a survival mode. I need to already, think more, what can I do? I already have a good grip. I want to start getting into a better motion. If his foot is stuck on my hip, I cannot have a good motion. So look, I'm gonna use my elbow to push on his foot. Already my hips now are gonna get more mobile. What I want to do is, if he wants to fight the foot back, try to move your foot again up. Elbow close. Once you guys ready, I want to move my hand on his elbow. So on the same side, I'm focusing on upper body and elbow. The submission is good only whenever his forearm is close enough to my Achilles tendon. So if I gonna work on kicking deeper and move my shin in between his grip. Now look, my foot, I can easily move my foot and there is not the same tension. There is no ankle lock from now on. So at this point, I still have my elbow closed to not giving him the chance to put the foot back again. Now, I'm going to do different things. I'm going to focus still on this side. I can let go the collar control and I'm going to move my arm over. 2 hands on the triceps. What I want to do, 2 things. I want to start to lean on my side, but I need to block his leg. I don't want to allow him to squeeze the leg and maybe move to the other side. So what I want to do, my arm was still closed. I go underneath. I'm gonna stretch his leg. I wanna control here. So now my goal is to move my toes facing down. So I'm gonna kick through, and now I can bend my arm. Eventually, we can work like a omoplata. But think about this: how can I work omoplata? Obligate my partner to lean forward if he's sitting up. I cannot really work on his posture. And 100% of the time, person on top will fight his way back to don't let his posture get broke. See? Solution, I can keep my grips, or you can use one hand to help you. What I want to do, I want to roll side where he cannot defend because he's holding his collar, his hand to hand, I'm holding him. he cannot move his arm anymore. So I'm gonna move and be heavy on him. So 2 hands are staying. He cannot sit up now because I'm sitting on his shoulder. And what I want to do, 1 hand stay. I can let go 1 arm. Now, very often, I can see you guys can put in place this technique, but you let go whatever you have, and you start to, either turn facing him. That's wrong. You don't want to let go this arm at any cost. You got this, you have the pressure on him. All your weight is here. What I need to do, move my arm in front of the hip. So now he cannot breach, he cannot hip escape easily. And now I'm gonna start to use my left foot as a base. I'm gonna just start to slide forward. Only whenever my hips are on the ground, I can let go. And now I'm gonna start to draw the position, have my left foot as a base still, my right foot now. And we know that to be in a good side control, I need to move 1 knee close to the hip, the other side knee on his underneath the armpit or on the shoulder. So we know already where I have to place my knees. So I'm gonna be automatically big step back. We're gonna stop in a good position. So let's do one more time in a different angle so you can see it better. So from here, we are into this situation. My partner, isolate my leg, foot on my hip, and the first thing to survive, don't give him the chance to lean back. So what I want to do, obviously, there's also a defense if he can, posture back, I'm gonna follow him. And the goal in that situation would be find with your foot the ground, right? But I don't want to allow him, so I cross the grip and pull him towards me. Already here, I can start to shoot my leg a little bit deeper to don't get into the Achilles tendon line. But in order to free me better and get a better angle, I need to free myself from this control. So I elbow is gonna fight right here. And once I'm sure that he cannot move the foot back on the spot, control the elbow, I start to pull towards me and kick deep. Right here. Now I have a good mobility on my foot. 2 hands now on the triceps. What I want to do, I want to move my toes facing down, my hip pointing up, and I start to kill his leg to don't give him a chance to make any type of steps back or follow me. So look, I go underneath, but I don't want to stay close to him. I want to start to stretch his leg. How can I do that? By sliding back. And I'm going to go deeper, and I'm going to close almost omoplata. I don't need to lock a triangle here. I'm going to stack myself. I need the momentum. So my hands control on his sleeve, and I want to use, remember the pendulum sweep. We're working the sweep. I can use my hips here, kick up. And now I can move back right here, sitting on him. I don't let go until I'm waiting 3 seconds for the points. Once I'm here, I can keep the grip on my left hand, let go. With the right, kill the hips, because now he can start to turn face me, he can start to breach, so hand on the mat. I still sit on him. What I want to do, slide my right foot and sit on the ground. Once I'm sit, let go his sleeve control. Now, I want to make sure to slide, have a good control before actually to move chest to chest. Left foot, stay active. Right leg, make a big step back. I will not going to move my hands. One arm stay above the shoulder. One hand stay on the mat to kill his hips and recover. I'm gonna stop just like this.